ticket is booked and you're flying out first thing in the
Look
morning.
at God.
And so yeah, pretty much my ticket got booked like right there in the were we not streaming this whole time?
Yes.
That's
On
hilarious.
we're
Okay.
on air area. We
Okay, cool,
weren't
cool,
on
cool.
YouTube.
Oh, okay, cool, 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 cool. But yeah, so pretty much the guy was like, "Yeah, so yeah, your ticket's booked. You're leaving first thing in the morning." And I was like, "Wow, cool. Thank you so much."
Yes.
And then I went outside to my friend's car, well, to where my friend's car was to get in the car and
Mhm.
get make sure all my stuff was in there, get packed up, and the car was gone.
Your car?
No, my friend's car on Hollywood Boulevard.
Was
My
it?
friend.
It
Yeah.
was stolen.
Yeah, and like the thing is that bag, that one specific, I've yet to find a bag that was like that. It was like a military bag or something like that that was given to me. It was gifted to me by someone,
Oh,
and
you're saying all that stuff is gone
all of
with the
that stuff,
car,
it was gone
and you
with the
have no
car.
idea. Wow.
Yeah, so the banner, the
People can be
fog,
shitty.
all of that. Yeah. So, yeah, 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 yeah. It's muy interesante, but
But you're here
but I'm here.
with us
Exactly.
still.
Exactly.
Oh man. We're gonna find that guy or woman, whoever it is, cause that's
Right.
some bullshit. For real, for real.
I'm saying.
Ooh,
It's a whole thing.
how rude. That's just rude and
But
inconvenient. Like, how really?
you know what though? One thing I will say, it's opened up the opportunity for me to, like, every time something like that happens, I think about, what it's making space for in my life.
Mhm.
Like I had a bag with my old laptop and, all this other stuff like that stolen from me from out of my car. And the thing is, had I never had I never gotten that bag stolen, I would have never what do you call it? I would have never gotten my new MacBook. And then I wouldn't have started
Mm.
recording like music on my own, and I wouldn't have found the sound that made me who I am now artistically. And so, yeah, 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 it's a whole thing.
Oh man. Okay, so before we go to break, I want to play one of my favorite songs that you've like written and you performed, and I've seen footage of this song raw on your
Yeah.
Instagram, and it's completely like an outer body experience, and it's called Unplugged, right? It's called Unplugged Experience.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
Experience
it's
unplugged. Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna let you guys like watch it and see because it's incredible here.
Oh, well, I didn't see you there. I'm a bit
Oh my gosh, you
parched.
guys, I
So I need to have my
apologize.
crystal water.
We'll get to it in a second.
Delicious. Oh, it's already. Is it already
Oh,
such?
it's right here. I think. Okay, I'm gonna pause it, guys. Okay.
Nice.
Jeez. All right.
we did those Kirkland
That was
brand
so
water
cute.
commercials before every one of these videos. You got everything man could ever want to need, baby. Got me wondering, why'd you choose a man like me? Type of woman make a man beg and plead, baby. See, I tell you goodbye, then beg you not to leave. And I just wanna pull you over and ask you for a kiss. I don't know what you did to me to make me feel like this, but I think we could be something special. Oh, ever since the day that I met you. Oh, so you made me feel no, no. You made me feel no. You made me feel so free. Got me missing calls, waiting for my phone to ring, baby. Got me waiting just to see your name on my caller ID. See, Mama always told me if it's really meant to be, baby, don't let that chance pass by. Oh, don't you let it leave. So this is me asking you for a little kiss. Just a little one, baby. I don't know what you did to me to make me feel like this, but I think we could be something special. Oh, and I think we could be more than friends. Oh, ever since the day that I met you. Oh, so you made me feel no, no. You made me feel no. You made me feel so free. And if by chance you get this message and you reach down to reply, well, I just pray to God that your heart's like mine. 'Cause I believe that we are something special, baby. And I think we could be more than friends. Ever since the day that I met you. Oh, see, you made me feel, no, no, you made me feel like I believe that we are something special, baby. And I think we could be more than friends. Ever since the day that I met you. Oh, see, you made me feel. You made me feel. You made me feel so free. Oh, 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 oh.
Oh, he said he loves us. Oh, Eddie's such a sweetheart. Y'all need to go and follow Eddie.
I think I need to
I didn't know
start
this
some
was in there too.
too.
Move back a little bit.
So
Oh my goodness.
it's so funny. Okay, so like that actually started because we were shooting and it was so hot. It was actually around this time last year. It was so hot. And you know, I had on, like, I barely wear clothes, but the clothes that I had on were hot, you know, and they were warm. I was moist, saturated, saturated. And,
Was that in Atlanta?
no, that was here actually.
Oh.
Yeah, it was one of those hot LA
Say.
summers. And so Taylor LeBeau, an insanely amazing guitarist and like videographer and everything like that, and just a super dope human. We were working on the videos and the project together, and he had Kirkland brand water. He had like cases of them stacked up from Costco. And so I was like, yo, I am so thirsty. And
Endorsement.
right, exactly. I was
Sponsorship.
going through them. I was going through them. And then one of the takes, like I had a bottle in my hand and I was like, Kirkland brand water. It's great for me. And then we watched it back and we were like, this is a thing now. This isn't all of them. We're either gonna get sued or get an endorsement, but either way, Kirkland is gonna know this name.
Sue you.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, just to pedal back a little bit. That was Eddie with Free.
Whoop, whoop.
Unplugged.
Yeah.
Experience.
So it's from the album Eddie Callier Experience Unplugged. It's available on all of the things where you hear things and listen to things. And yeah.
Listen, that's like my favorite from you.
Thank
And hearing
you.
it raw and hearing you play with it, like, whole, it's an experience. That's what he gives. That's what he gives you. So
Yeah.
we um before we played the video, we kind of touched on the four.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
how was that experience? What was that experience like?
It was, oh my gosh, I met so many amazing people from it. There are a lot of people that I met that are still like really close to me in my life today. I got a chance to see the inner workings of some of the things that we see on television, and got a chance to see like how it's made, how it's done, and I got a chance to kind of see what I wanted and didn't want in my career.
That's awesome.
You know,
That's always good.
yeah.
Can you share like one thing that you did not care for at all? Like you can
One thing
X-nay.
I mean, and this kind of like I guess kind of disqualifies me from a lot of competitive things, like at least competitive things the way that they're done. I'm very competitive. I'll put that out there.
All
But
right, he's competitive.
I'm competitive in the
Don't play with
way,
Eddie.
right, exactly. You know, it's the whole thing. But I'm competitive in the way that like I don't think that for me to be great, I have to say that somebody else sucks, you know? I feel like
Oh, were
every
they doing that?
yeah,
They were like coaching?
that's what they wanted me to say. Like that's what they wanted.
Suck.
Yeah,
No,
exactly. And
you
I'm
don't
like,
suck.
no, like that's
That's
not
not your
what I want
deal.
to do. You know, because like the thing about it is, you know, they purposefully got a bunch of talented people on the show. And
Mm-hmm.
so, you know, they purposefully got these people and everybody's up there doing their thing. I'm not gonna go up there and say that, you know, they're not doing their thing. I'm just gonna say that I'm gonna do my thing, you're gonna do your thing, and then may the best person win. Yeah.
So that makes me think.
Mm-hmm.
Fox,
Yeah.
Diddy, Megan. I
Mm-hmm.
forgot the other. Was it two more people or is one?
DJ Khaled
Oh.
and oh man, this man is gonna hate me even more. I'm blocked right now on
Who
all social
blocked
media.
you? DJ Khaled?
Charlie Walk, that's his name.
Oh, see,
Cause
that's the other person I couldn't think of. That's what I'm
every
like. I know he's a redhead, right, or something like that. Or is he
no,
brown?
he's
He got
brown hair.
brunette.
You know
Oh,
what's
okay,
funny? Every
I
time,
don't remember him.
every
Why did he block you? First off,
okay, so here's the thing, right? Then this happens at every interview. Because every interview,
what?
somebody asks me about the four, and then it gets
Because
to
you
the
forgot
part.
to bring up Charlie.
No, it's not that I forget to bring him up. It's that I forget his name every time. And like,
So he blocked you.
well, so here's what happened. I was doing an interview,
Mm-hmm.
and in the interview, we got to that part, and I was like, I couldn't remember his name, and I was like, oh man, I can't remember his name. And the guy I was doing the interview with was like, oh, that's fine, we'll cut it out. And I was like, no, leave that in there. I want him to see it. And you know, all fun and games and
Right.
jokes and stuff like that. And then the interview came out, and I took that piece of the interview and I posted it in my story and I tagged him. You know, again, all fun and games. He ended up watching the clip. He watched the clip, then he went on to watch all the rest of my stuff, started liking stuff on my page and all that. And then I was
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, everybody, look, Charlie Walk watched my thing, and I posted it in the thing. And I was like, sorry, Charlie, but like you said, it's the music business, not the sweet business. About about 10 minutes
Oh.
later, blocked on everything.
Oh. I
Everything.
mean, come on. How can you be mad at that though?
I mean, you know, it is what it is. Maybe one of these days, I don't know.
Get
It
out of your feelings, Charlie. Come on, man. It's true though. The music business is business.
yeah, you know, that's
Business.
that's what he said to me on the show, because you know I got up there and I was like, you know, I was like, yeah, everybody up here is dope. And, you know, they were like,
Damn, they wanted you to be nasty
yeah,
and vile.
and they were like, oh, look at him, he's so sweet. But this is the music business, not the sweet business. Red.
What in the world?
Like,
Yeah, there were some really good people that came from that show
yeah,
and who are still
definitely.
doing their thing. Like Ash Minor. Ash
Oh
Minor
yeah,
is
Ash,
still
that's my
on his
boy.
shit. He
Yeah,
moved to I think he's in Australia now.
that's where he's from actually.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, he's
okay.
from
He's
Australia.
in Australia now, and
He went
I
back.
have been trying to blow him up. And Ash, if you see this,
Ash,
hit your girl up,
hit her
cause
up.
I've been
I'm gonna send
looking
this
for
to
you.
him. I'm gonna send this to
Yeah,
Ash.
I've hit him a DM, all that. Saeed, I talk to him all the
Oh,
time. That's my boy. Every now
that's
and then,
my
like,
boy.
so when I get him on Sweet Serenade, then I can have you back if you
Yeah,
like.
that
Yeah.
would be
Yeah,
crazy.
Saeed. I still talk to Saeed here and there. I did his album release a few years ago before
Really
COVID hit. So
nice.
yeah, with After Church LA.
You know, it's funny. I haven't seen Saeed since I moved to LA.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we've been talking about it since I moved out here.
I saw him last time I saw him was at the Jasmine Sullivan concert because I work in that vicinity. I'm not gonna tell y'all where I work. Yes, I have a 9 to 5. Actually got 2. Just got one yesterday. Okay. But anyway, but anyway, yeah, I saw him at the Jasmine Sullivan concert
That's so
and
funny.
he was with he was with his friends, group of friends.
You know, it's so funny that Jasmine Sullivan tour, like everybody went, and I just wasn't. I don't know. I don't know why I wasn't there, and now I feel bad. So, I don't know anybody who's part of the Jasmine Sullivan crew.
Oh, do you know somebody in the crew? Is that what you're trying to say?
What I'm
That's what you're trying to tell us.
what I'm saying is that anybody watching right now, if y'all just want to throw me some tickets or something like that, or even
I mean, she's been on a few festivals too,
yeah,
actually, here and there. So,
yeah.
and luckily, I got to sneak. I just gave y'all my whole job. I snuck into the concert for like 10 minutes, but whatever. I left. I didn't stay. They didn't have no seats for me. So I peeked in and I dipped.
I used to do that actually.
Yeah.
I used to do like behind the scenes production stuff and all that for a lot of people in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Like when they would come to Atlanta and they would be at the stadiums. Like we did Queen, we did Elton John,
Mm,
Jonas Brothers, John Mayer, like just the whole nine. And I got to see a whole lot of really really dope stuff, and also it
nice.
kind of helped me shape my mind around like where I am going and where I am in my career now.
Dope. That's
Hmm.
awesome.
Hmm.
That's
Hmm.
great. So this is what I'm gonna ask for you to do. Go ahead
Hmm.
and grab your guitar.
Okay.
And
Is there a place for me to plug it in?
well, I don't think so.
And
No.
I brought my electric too. I didn't even bring my acoustic.
Okay, then never mind. I'm trying to see through the. I know it looks weird, you guys. I'm looking at the mixer from here. I feel like. I feel like there may be something in there, but oh, there's a.
Is there an open?
Oh, we're looking.
Light? Boom, dum,
Okay,
boom, dum,
so
dum, boom,
while
boom,
Kendall's checking
dum,
out
dum, 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 boom, boom,
the
boom, boom. Boom, dum, dum, boom,
it's
boom,
left
dum,
and right
boom, dum,
speaker.
dum, 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 boom, 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 dum.
Oh, can you use the aux or no?
I left that guitar in the car.
Oh,
All
it's
right.
okay. Well, okay. All right. So we'll just have him sing by himself. Ha ha.
What?
Okay, but
Mhm.
before that happens, I wanted to tap in with you in regards to mental health.
Yeah, yeah.
Um I have over the years I've seen a couple posts. We've had a couple conversations.
Hmm.
Um and before we dig into that for what the next 10 minutes or so, um I wanted to say that although I can't speak to you every single time that you are experiencing something, know that I am praying for you. I
I
want
appreciate that.
nothing but the best for you, okay? Um I've I'm going through stuff right now as well. And a lot of people don't know, but I'm going to share it anyway. Um, since maybe a little bit before COVID even happened, I've been having anxiety, really bad anxiety, stressing out, really bad migraines, can't sleep at night. And to
Mm,
this day, I think I've taken a lot of pills
yeah.
since then. Every night, once every night before I go to bed, I have to take one because if I don't, I'm up till 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I gotta be up at 7, and I feel shitty.
Yeah.
But even when I'm taking the medicine and I do wake up, I'm groggy and I still feel shitty.
Mm-hmm.
So, this is to anybody that's listening. Take care of yourself for sure.
Definitely
Put
that.
yourself first. Um, but yeah, going back to Eddie,
Mm.
what current state are you in right now?
I feel, I'm in I'm like in like high level recovery. I'd say like I'm definitely better than I was, but I know that I have a way to go to get to where I want to be. It's been a really crazy year. Um, I guess the first month of this year, I lost my mom.
So sorry.
I want to say maybe a day after my brother's birthday, and my brother passed away 2 years ago, or 3 years ago now. And so there was all of that happening all simultaneously. And um, yeah, what's interesting too is that up until like the last couple of years of her life, I didn't know that she was even dealing with a lot of stuff because so many people suffer in silence.
Absolutely, yeah.
And she was one of those people, she would be so happy with everyone. She would like light up the room. Whenever she was in a room, everyone in the room would feel her energy and her presence, and they would feel important and special. Um, but like while she was doing that, she had a lot going on with her. I didn't know until she was about to pass when they gave us the list of prescriptions she was on, that she was on anxiety and depression medication. Um, and what's crazy about that is the fact that like, I mean, I don't know. It's always the people who like when you call them and to see how they're doing, the first thing they do is ask you how you are.
Right.
The
Mhm.
the people that say, "Oh yeah, I'm all right. How are you doing? What's going on in your life? How is," like, the people that purposefully change the
And then
direction.
they're
The
almost living through you because they want to hear like the details. They want to know
Yeah,
exactly what's happening. I totally feel everything you just said. My
yeah.
granny was the same way, and I didn't know that she was in pain.
Mm,
And then she passed away September last year.
wow.
I didn't know anything was going on that was serious
Yeah.
until I felt something. I was like, yo, it feels weird. And literally that week before, I had lost my grandfather.
Oh
It
my
wasn't her
god.
husband, it was my mom's dad that
Yeah.
passed. And then this one was my dad's mom. So we lost within a week of each other. And I didn't know nothing was going on. I know that she would call. Sometimes I couldn't answer. Sometimes I would call her back. I
Yeah.
told her, "Oh, we're gonna watch this together when it comes back on. We're gonna
Hmm.
make it a whole night. I'm gonna hang out with you."
Yeah.
Never got to do it. Didn't get to do it. We got there and I saw her.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I feel like I'm finna react to that again.
Yeah. You know.
So how did you um how are you dealing with that now? Are you embodying it and telling yourself I'm gonna make her proud, whatever I do
you know,
in her name. How is that working with daily? This is life. We're not even
yeah,
talking artistry anymore. This is
yeah.
life.
Well, it's funny because the artistry has kind of become like what's allowed me to push forward.
Totally understand. Yep.
Around the time before she passed, she had actually lost the ability to speak, and all of that. But um, there was a moment when I went up to go see her, and she only had a few phrases that she was like able to say and all of that, and able to like comprehend only a few things. And then she stopped and she turned and she looked at me and she said, "Son, I want you to go out there and sing for those people." And that was the last sentence, like full thing that she said.
Wow.
And yeah. And then I remember the night that she passed, I was sitting next to her while she was in her bed, and we were watching some movies, like what we used to always do together. Well, I mean, I had the TV on and the movie was playing, and I was just hoping that she was able to enjoy it, like you just hearing it. And then I remember I was there next to her when she took her last breath, and I feel like from that moment, she's been up there whispering in God's ear. And it's been really, really, really hard. Really, really, really hard. I never experienced, like, in my entire existence. I had, you know, anxiety things and other stuff like that, like show up. Especially like with the loss of my brother. Like I didn't have it like a week apart, but my brother, my grandfather, uncle, and a bunch of other people passed like within a few months of each other in 2019, and it was just something different. With this one, I never had a panic attack. Like since my mom passed away, within those first 3 months, I had six. And like curled up in a ball on the floor in a puddle of tears, like you know, grasping for air but unable to reach it, kind of thing. And it's it's so weird, because I always thought of myself as the person who would try to be there for other people and try to be able to help people through that, through the panic attacks and everything like that. Like, and you know, I didn't even know exactly what it felt like. It was like, this sinking into this abyss. And and what's interesting too is that, like, sometimes when you're in it, like, you want it to stop, but you also don't want to do anything. You don't want to get out of it. And so, it it's interesting because after going through that, it changed a lot of, who I am, and a lot of like the way that I approach certain things, and
Hmm.
like my coping mechanisms and things of that nature. But it also gave me something gave me something that I would have never asked for and could have never asked for. And that is the new sense of empathy that I have, that I've been wearing on my sleeve, like, especially when I go on stage. You know, like, that's been what's been
That's your comfort place, would you
yeah.
say?
Like, and the thing about it is, when I'm up there, like a lot of my shows, I think even at your show, like I try to make it a point to, mention like mental health and the things that we go through,
Hmm.
because I know there are so many people going through so much stuff. And what
Silently.
exactly,
Hmm.
and what my journey showed me is that, like, there are a lot of people out there who feel the way that I felt, and I wanted to be able to do something that can help them. And so like the songs that I write, the songs that I've put out, the songs that I perform, like it's all with a purpose,
Yeah.
I've had people since then, since my mom passed, like come up to me afterwards and talk about, the passing of their loved ones, and talk about, a lot of the stuff that they were currently going through. And then they would come up to me after these shows and tell me that, like, being able to hear that from somebody on stage, or being able to hear that in a record, or anything like that, helped them get through what they were going through.
Yeah.
And so that's what I do it for, you know. And yeah,
I'm emotional all over again. But it's
same.
good. Like, it has to be released.
It does.
Because if it's not released, then
It'll just
a
explode.
few, right? It could be a day, couple weeks, whatever. It'd be all bad.
It's like
All
shaking
right.
a Coke bottle,
Yeah, and letting it.
Yeah.
Okay, all over the place. Oh man,
Yeah.
what a talk. So we have about a minute left.
Okay.
Give us your socials.
Yeah. So, it's so interesting coming directly out of that. Like it's like, oh yeah, all these things happen. Now look at me and you follow my stuff. But no, seriously, do follow me, because
No,
I
really
want to be
do.
able to help people, with my art. You can find me online on everything, Eddie Callier. It's spelled EDICALLIER. That's on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube's, the Facebooks, and then also my website. You can go EDICALLIER.
Didn't you make us spell it at the show?
I sure did. It's a thing. Yep.
Okay. I just thought it was like, didn't he make us say it back to?
I've become a middle school English teacher at my shows. It's a thing.
It's a thing. It's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing.
In Eddie's voice. It's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing. All right. So we got 30 seconds, about 30 seconds left. My name is Jasmine Sweets on Instagram, Jasmine_Sweets. This is the Sweet Spot TGN on TGN Vibes, Good Vibes and R&B. Eddie, take us out with something. 30 seconds.
Lost in your eyes, I'm starting to realize that I need your love. Without it, I am nothing. Baby, let me hold you, never let go. Baby, let's stay close till forevermore. Forever, 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 forever.
Any blessings, y'all. See y'all next week. Peace.
Ooh. Woot woot. We did a thing.
We did a whole thing.
Hey Peyton, you know what I've been craving lately? Some ice cream.
Then we have to go to Slush and Roll. They have the best handmade ice cream rolls. You can add any toppings you like: sprinkles, crushed Oreos, and my favorite, marshmallows. And you can top it off with whipped cream or delicious